you? Good morning. It's a fantastic Monday morning. Like, oh my gosh, I've been off social media for almost a week. It's been crazy because I've been trying to move and stuff. But I think I'm in a settled place today. And if you know me, you know I have a buzz of energy on Monday morning. So I just thought I'd just start the week, right? I'll start the week by giving you a little announcement. Something that's been popping in my head. So I want to do all of that with you guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. If you jump on live, let me know where you're listening from. If you're at work and you're not able to listen and you're watching the replay, that's fine. Let me know in the comment section when you watch this, and just leave a feedback, leave a love, leave a heart, and I hope you have a fantastic, great week as well. So, starting off with a little announcement. If you don't already know, my name is Auli Enemo, aka Choco Mom, aka Happiness Foster Child. I'm always happy. I think it's the extra dose of love that God sprinkled on me when I was coming out. But I don't know how far back you've been following me. Some of my followers and my friends and people that I've connected with over a while, my tribe. I used to do something called Value Wednesday. If you remember Value Wednesday, put it in the comment section, let me know. If you don't remember Value Wednesday, okay. So basically what I used to do before was every single Wednesday I used to go on live. I used to bring out a fresh source of content through video mostly. I go on live, or I post on my YouTube channel, or I just post it on my page. And it's always like high value content regards to business, marketing. I've been running a business for 11 years, officially 8 years. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I kind of know what I'm saying. So I always come and I answer questions. I say Q&As. I put out content, something I can be able to help a newbie, someone who is starting, or someone who is even in their journey and maybe they're struggling. And sometimes my family, my life, whatever it is that is, all the good stuff, all the good value. So I want to start that. But what I found out is that I do better on Mondays. I mean, Wednesday is fine, but I feel like I should be doing this on Mondays. It's not going to be a specific time. I mean, I'm going to announce when I go live. It's going to be in the evening, at night, for maybe people that are at work. But because I do have a tribe over across the country, sometimes it's night in Australia, it's morning in Nigeria, is afternoon in the US, whatever it is. But what is going to happen is, just know all that good stuff is going to be coming to you every single Monday. Why I like to say this out loud, so you can hold me accountable. I'm a human being, I'm trying to be better, but I also want you guys, if it's something that you want to do, so we can hold each other accountable. Well, we're going to kick this off by starting with what I will call what I wish I knew when starting my business. What I wish I knew. Some of us are in this journey like, oh my gosh, they didn't tell me. I wish I knew this. I wish I knew that. I wish I knew this. I wish I knew that. So I just want to put this out for somebody who out there who is starting up their business, who's thinking about starting up their business, has a job, or has one business and looking to start something on the side. Whatever it is for you. I just want to share some of my experience, and I would love whoever else that is a business person here, and if I mention something before I complete the series, put it in the comment section. Let's have a conversation, okay? So I'm going to start, probably be in like 2 or 3 parts depending, but I'm going to start off with the first one here. I'm going to list out a few and talk about it. So if you are somebody, or you know somebody who say, oh, I want to start up a business, or I'm in the infant stage, please send this to them, tag them, whatever it is, because I believe that it's going to be able to help a lot of people. Okay, so number one, I just want to mention is, do not leave your day job. Now, what I mean by this is, if you are just starting off a business, maybe you have a job. I'll give myself an example. My background is law. When I moved back to Nigeria after studying law in the UK and working there, I came to Nigeria and I had a bit of like a shock. My salary was not what I expected. But at this point, after like a year and a half, I knew that, this is not for me. I need to move on from here. But what I did was, I didn't just like quit my job and, oh, hoopsie daisy, I'm done. And I'm struggling. When I was working, I started within the nooks and crannies of my day. My lunchtime, my weekend, my nights, my midnights were like my grinding point. So I started off my business while I was still working. Now, I'm saying this to you, please do your work. But if you want to start up a business and you're trying to think, eventually I want to have a business of my own, and that's going to be my plan A, right? Or I want to set up a business and this is something I want to do. Hi, Evie Mel. My cousin just joined us, so I'm just giving her a little shout out of love. Share this with somebody you know who is starting up a business, who has a job, or even has a business and wants to start up a. Do not leave your day job. Why am I saying this? The sweetest kind of business to run is the one that you run without desperation. If you know at the end of the month you're still going to get some kind of money into your account, it is sweet, it's exciting. Unfortunately, and I apologize on behalf of all the entrepreneurs online or business owners that have made it look like it's easy. It's not easy. The truth about it is that business is not emotional. It doesn't care if you're, oh my gosh, I want it to work. I'm a nice person at heart. I really want this to happen. It doesn't care. There are certain things you need to do. You need to put in the work. You have to do things right before you can make money. Now, the challenge is a lot of people that work are like, oh, I come back from my job. I'm so stressed. I don't have time. So I can't really run a business. Let me give you a reality check. When I was working in the law firm where I was working, my typical hours were 9 a.m. I was in the office. Sometimes I kind of get there 9:30. I did not used to leave until about 10:30 p.m. I was a typical excuse of somebody who could not run a business, right? Because I don't have the time. We used to work weekends too, Saturdays. Sometimes I go to church. I'm a Catholic, so I go to mass in the morning. I go at 6:30 mass, finish at 7:30, and I go straight to the office so I can be able to finish before lunchtime and have maybe from lunchtime to Monday the rest of the day. I could have used that as my excuse, but I didn't. Because when I realized that, I wrote that goal and I always said to myself, if I want things to change, I have to change, right? So I started to use the little nights when I come back from work. 10:30, I would sleep about latest 11 o'clock. I would sleep to maybe about 3 o'clock, wake up, put in an hour, sometimes 30 minutes. I didn't want magic to happen in the first month, in the second month. But imagine if you had a job and you wanted to start up a business and you put in 1 hour a day for 6 months, 30 minutes a day for 1 year. You would go faster than someone who is waiting for when they have all the time in the world. You have a job right now. It's paying you some money, but maybe it's not giving you all that you want. You want to start up a business. The best place to do it, be a weekend warrior. If you're the kind of person that don't work weekends, that's fantastic. You're going to have to give some sacrifices, right? So instead of going for the parties all the time, go to a party, get drunk, sleep on Saturday, from Friday to Saturday, you wake up and say, well, I binged on Netflix, and I'm like, hey, I'm here to go back to work. If you want to start up a business, you have to find those areas, those times that you can put into your business while you are still working. So what is going to happen every single month, you have money that you're going to take and put in your business, because you're not now going to struggle with your family. Like people that are single, and for me, this is my own personal experience. When I was single, I can take certain risks. As soon as you're married and you have children, you can be risky. Like I can go broke and say, oh, I don't have any money to feed. Now, it's not just me. I have to think about my family. If you're a man, you have to think about your wife, your children. If you don't pay school fees for myself, I have to think about my family. There's certain risks I can take while I was still single and I was working. I can't do that right now. So this is for somebody who is going to say the excuse, I really want to start up a business, but I can't because you know what, I have a job. Now you know that the first reason what I wish I knew, I mean, in my case, I was lucky enough that I did this, but for those that are thinking, how do I do it? This is how you do it. If you have a job, no matter how demanding, I just told you my hours were 9 a.m. to 10:30 p.m., zero excuses. I was a weekend grinder and I was working in the middle of the night, 1 hour every single night or 30 minutes. After a while, it got to a point, it didn't make sense for me to still keep that job because I was making more money from my side businesses than my job was paying me. And I had an event management company, then I had a fashion house. Lunchtime, people were eating lunch. I had to go to my my vendors. I had to use my 1 hour creatively. So get creative. So that's the first thing I wish a lot of people knew. I mean, I knew this, and that's what I did. But I'm saying this to so many because I speak to women, men, and they say, oh, how can I do it? This is crazy. I live in Lagos. There's traffic. How can I do this? I want to start up a business. I'm just giving you the way. Don't try and quit your job today. Have a plan. I'm going to leave my job in 2 years. Depending on how much money you need and how much stability your business needs. I need to be able to do this in 6 months. Have a plan. Because the truth is, what I used to do, the money that I used to get from my job, I used to invest it in my business. And it allowed me to build and get to where I was, steady enough to be able to leave that business, know that that business will bring more money for me, that will cover my salary, and still be able to allow me to grow organically. Number 2, friends and family. I use the word may because my family is fantastic. My mom is amazing. If I say I want to start selling dog food today, my mom's going to be the first person to buy. But I know a lot of people, even me, I have family members that till tomorrow will not support me. But if that is your case, don't be shocked. There's nothing to be shocked about, because they are the ones that will say, oh, you're very good at singing, make singing a career. When you start to sing, they don't support you. They don't buy tickets to your concerts. They say, oh, you're so good at selling this, or you're making hair or this. Start it as a business. As soon as you start it as a business, there's this thing that goes through people's head that start to feel like, oh my gosh, it's a business, and they don't support you anymore. So you need to, first of all, understand that if your business is planned or premeditated on the fact that is your family members are enough for you to be able to run a business, you're going to be an epic fail. Many people will not support you. Now let me be very honest and speak to the women out there. When I started my business, my husband did not want to hear it. Now, obviously, I don't blame him, because I know I've probably tried a lot of things, right? You know, the people that see you, you know, it's just like having a child. You used to see the child when they used to run around naked, and now they're trying to be the president of the United States or Nigeria, and you're like, I knew you when you were wearing diapers. That's how it is. So many women would say, oh, I don't want to start up my business because my spouse doesn't support me, or my sister doesn't support me, or my parents don't support me. Don't expect people to see your dream, is your goal. People love success. Success leaves clues. You know, success has many friends. When you're struggling and starting up this business, they will not support you, but realize that's okay. As long as you're not one of those people that you keep asking the guy for money, he keeps giving you money every single month, every other 6 months, every year, you start up this business and you don't take it seriously. When I realized that my husband, because my husband is a business person, he wants results. He doesn't care how emotional you get, is I need to see results. So what I knew was, you know, I'm not going to have a conversation about this business. I'm going to do all I can do to bring results. As soon as I brought results, the game changed. So don't expect your family members to be the only people you have on your list that when you say, oh, I'm going to start up this my business, you know, I'm always the one planning the family events, they're going to call me. You see your friends getting married and they're not calling you as event planner or the event decorator. They're moving into homes, you're not the interior decorator. You know, they have a salon and their hair is done all the time, but it's not at your salon. This is normal. You know, strangers will respect you more than people that know you. So get that into your heads that, number two, friends and family will not always support you. They are not your target market. You should understand how business works to be able to reach out to strangers who would value what you're offering. Number three, fear. You know, the short acronym of fear, you know, they said fear is false evidence appearing real. There are so many things that we are scared of. Now for me, this morning I said, you know what, Monday I'm going to do this live, and Hey, Ada, thank you so much. Yeah, so if this is making sense to you, tag somebody who you know has been disturbing you, that oh, they want to start a business, but this and that and that. And then also, if you're a business owner here and anything I'm saying here makes sense, please put it in the comment below. And the topic is what I wish I knew when I started my business, right? Number three is fear. False evidence appearing real. Trust me, I said to myself, in between everything I was doing, and I said, I'm going to do something on Monday. Come Monday, I was saying to myself, it's too early. People are at work. There might not be anybody that watch this live, or, you know, they don't have time. Monday is too, you know, come. And I said, sweetheart, do it and leave the results, right? Fear is magnified. Most of the time, the things that we're so scared of never really happens. Some of us are so scared, like, oh my gosh, I go on camera and then, you know, something happens. You're not going to die. Remember that the fear is there to be able to, what is there is supposed to be able to protect you. But now fear has modified to something that actually stops us. And this is what I say to myself. That thing that I'm afraid to do is the thing that I must do. Because everything good is at the other side of fear. So many people, we're afraid of different things. So typically it's, where am I going to find customers? Who's going to buy from me? What if I fail? What if I don't succeed? Or what if I succeed and I don't know how to handle it? What if I can't maintain my business? You know, what if this, what if this, what if? That is fine. But you need to understand that most of that fear is in your mind. It's not real. Action removes fear. If you're afraid of something and you start to do that thing, the fear disappears. But there's this huge block and magnifies. Just imagine people saying, oh, I don't want my daughter to go to the playground to play because she might jump up on the trampoline and break her leg. What are the chances of that happening? 0.001%. Children are going to the playground every single day and they're not coming out with a broken leg, right? But many of us allow the fear to keep us stuck. So I want to also tell you this, the fear never goes away. When I started my business, I remember the very first big, not like a big break or money that I made, and if you live in Nigeria, it was 50,000 naira. I was so excited. I was like, what? I have arrived. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. I was still afraid. Now, you know when you say, what if I don't succeed in my business? If you make a kobo, $1, 1 pence, whatever country you are, that is evidence that your business can be successful because somebody has seen enough value to give you money. So if you understand that, then you can keep pushing ahead. But what happens? And then my first couple of months, I go into the millions, right? And I'm telling myself, people are not going to be able to pay. How many people can afford this? Oh my gosh, this cannot work. Like, see, so many people are starting the same business. Or maybe you made this money this month, you're not gonna make it next month, and I make the same money next month. I'm like, oh, what? This was a good year. Maybe next year I'm not gonna make the same money. The fear never goes away. For somebody who is just starting, you're gonna be afraid. For somebody who is in the middle of their game, you're gonna be afraid. For the leaders in the industry, whatever industry you're in, they still have fears. So they now start having fears like, oh my gosh, I'm so successful. You know, people don't expect my brand to do something like this. Let's just use an example, a celebrity. I can go out on a normal day and I wouldn't really care so much. But a proper celebrity is like, I'm afraid if I go out, people might take a picture of me because my clothes is not right, or I'm wearing this, or I'm eating this, people are gonna judge me. Fear is gonna modify at every single stage in your business. I wish I knew this. I would have taken more aggressive action without caring, right? So for example, if I approach somebody and say, I want to talk to you a little bit about my product or what I do in business, I used to think, oh my gosh, you'll think I'm a complete weirdo. But the truth is, I still did it. It still worked out. If I knew, and I thought, okay, if I do this like 10 times, you get better. No. If even in the 1000th time, I still had fear. So once you accept that fear is part of the game, but you understand and train your mind on how to not let it limit you, you're going to be fantastic. So number 3, I've mentioned, and if you're just joining us live, what I'm talking about is the things that I wish I knew before I started my business or when I started my business. And I want to hear from you guys below. If you have any questions as I'm going, please put it in the comment section below. Number 4, talent is not enough. You need execution and you need results. What I mean by this, so many people are talented, yet they are so broke. Your talent is not enough. You're the best fashion designer. And I used to say, I had this conversation with my friend, when I had a fashion house, I used to make some amazing pieces. And then, I had a conversation with my friend and she's like, oh my gosh, your pieces are so unique and dynamic. But you need to understand that that's your talent. The world needs to know about it. If you're the best singer-songwriter in the world and you haven't produced any album, nobody cares. You're going to be a broke, talented person. You have the best sketching in the world, nobody cares. You're going to be the best, broke, talented artist. If you're the person that builds the best website, or you know how to do videos and content, but you never post it, nobody's ever going to find out about you. So the problem we have is there are so many people that are talented at what they do, and they're thinking my talent is enough. No, your talent is not enough. Why? There are people that went to uni and they came out with first class. They're working for the people that dropped out of school. Why? Because the people that dropped out of school had the balls to go in and make things to work. So if you're talented, that's great, right? You're probably going to have more innovative ideas coming to you, but you need to execute. Execution is what completes the miracle working process of a successful business. So whatever it is you're doing, you're talented, that's fantastic. You have ideas, put it in paper, but you need to take the next step, which is execution. Your talent is not enough, which is bringing me to number 5. And bringing me to number 5. The best product is not really what sells. The most hyped product is what sells. Anybody who is here today, and put me in the comment section, if you guys, I almost got tired of seeing my stories, the King of Ball. Now, I'm not affiliated to this series, but it was fantastic. But the truth is, when I first started, I didn't really care so much. But then there's a hype, and there's another hype, and there's another hype. And I'm just like, okay, I don't want to be left out. Let me go and watch this. Even though it was fantastic, the truth is, I got a little bit more pushed to watch it other than watch something else because I heard about it so many times. Anybody here who's seen the TikTok thing go viral about the Crit Challenge, or has seen TikTok about different videos or about products? So many of us buy some products, not necessarily because we need it or we like it or really care so much, but because we have seen so many people talk about it. So when it comes to business, you need to understand that it's so important for you to be out there. People need to see you. People need to know you, like you, trust you, and get hyped about whatever it is you're offering. If I wore this t-shirt and I wore it and then tomorrow another lady wears it, another lady wears it, another guy wears it, another person wears it, people are going to start thinking, they're going to start having what they call FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out. That's normal human nature. That's why when you look at fashion, we always have summer, spring collection, winter collection, right? So they bring out a certain trend for the year. Every single high street store, couture brand has some kind of design. They're saying, oh, this is what is in vogue this year. This is a trend for the year. This is a trend for the year. The reason why it's that way is because after a while, when you're seeing that the trend or the summer dressing is like pastel colors, fuchsia pink, peach, white, purple, and you're not wearing all those things, you're seeing people wearing it, the design, after a while you're going to start saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I need to catch with the trend. So the most beautiful product doesn't really sell, is the most hyped product. So your question is, my question to you is, you need to find ways and understand when it comes to business, you can have the same amazing product, even more better than somebody next to you that's selling a knockoff of what you have, which is the original. They're selling more than you because they have a hype around their products. Okay, so that was number 5. So number 6, I want to say comparison. You know, many people say, oh, study your competitors, you know, which is good, but you need to know that in the beginning, don't do that. You need to research about your products, right? I don't really think you need to worry about your competition. Now, I'm saying this coming from a place of being in business for so long and understanding that looking at your competition is not going to really help you if you're trying to be authentic. Because what tends to happen is, if I wanted to start making this hair, I just recently started selling human hair, and every single day, I'm stalking the page of a huge brand, maybe another lady, another brand or a company around my area that sells exactly what I sell. Every single day when I go to their page or their website and I'm stalking what they're selling, I'm comparing myself. I'm saying to myself, oh, I'm not big enough. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I need to take them out in order for me to be good. Comparison is the thief of joy. You don't want to compare. You want to collaborate. But when you're starting up your business, collaboration is not what is in your mind, right? So for a newbie person, my advice to you is to stay like this. When you put your blinders on, you're not seeing left, you're not seeing right. Be ignorance on fire. Run your business as is in your heart, as you want to do it, not looking at anybody else. Because when you start to compare yourself, first of all, it's going to limit your creative process because you're going to become biased. You want to be like that person. You want to speak like that person. And this is something that I posted last week on my story, and I was saying that if anybody has seen that guy online, when you see a picture of him and he's just holding up a placard and he just writes on it, that's his brand. He writes something like, please, where are you guys getting this crate from? For the crate, people that have been doing the crate challenge, right? And then he writes something like, stop tagging me to posts that I haven't approved. That's all he does. That's literally all he does. He has a brown cardboard paper with a black writing. If you've seen it, you know, comment below and write one and let me know if you've seen that guy before. That's his brand. He has over 7.5 million followers, and different brands are paying him to do adverts for him because he is authentic in his own right. Now, on a normal day, if somebody said to me, every single day you can share your message by putting up a placard and writing on it, I'll be like, oh no, that's not my style. I want to talk. I want to get people to know me. But that's been working for him. He's like, gives all his content through writing and in complete silence. Nobody knows his personality, but when you read what he's writing, you can go figure out your personality for yourself. So don't compare yourself. It's a thief of joy. Truly, don't compare yourself. Number 6, business is a long-term game. Short, massive action, long-term thinking. Why do I say this? I apologize again on behalf of the entrepreneurs online and the internet space, offline, that have made it look like there's this get rich quick scheme. You start up a business, it's better than your day job, and hey, you are good. No. But I say, and I say this for me, if you start up a business and you give the short-term grind with a long-term projection, you're going to win. Why? You're going to win because there's something called momentum. You push like an airplane and it takes off. And you start to enjoy the benefit. But you can't expect to be able to build a $1 million business, $1 million business in 2 years. You know, I have a network marketing business, and sometimes when I speak to people that they're no longer doing the business, and I ask them, so how long have you done it? How much training do you get? They say a couple months. And I said to them, even if I had a salon, before people around the area with a huge signboard that might be in front of their face would ever even come to my salon, it might take months, it might take years. So how do you expect to start up a business and in 5 seconds you're making money? People know you. People are buying from you. You're the next big thing. Don't do that. But if you say, I'm going to do this consistently over time until I win, after a while, if you keep coming across an area all the time, after a while, you're going to start to notice the things around you. People will start to notice your business. People will start to notice that you're consistent. People will start to notice that this is what you offer. People will start to see you as the brand attached to something. So you have to give it time. And in the beginning, I mentioned that I used to do something called Value Wednesday. In the beginning, when I started that in 2016, it wasn't a big thing. By the time I got to 2017 ended, it was every Wednesday I was there doing my live, talking to myself, talking to whoever would listen. It was amazing. It was huge. You know, people would send me a message and say, hey, we haven't seen you on Value Wednesday. Are you doing this today? What time are you coming on? Because it was a long-term plan. It was a long-term game. Okay? So I've given you guys 7. Yeah? I don't know where I stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So I'm going to stop with the 8th one. Make it 10? Make it 8? If you've been getting value so far, let me know. Let me know what made so much sense to you. I'm talking about the things that I wish I knew when I started my business or before I started my business. Number 8, and this is what I'm going to wrap up with, is it gets easier with time. Now, what I mean by easier is some kind of easy. The kind of easy that I mean is if you are the kind of person that you create videos, so going live. The first time I went live, I think I threw up and I was sweating profusely. The second time I went live, I was like, whew, it's not that bad. I watched the video again, I'm like, oh, not so bad. The 4th, the 5th, I don't know how many, oh God knows how many times I've gone live and done videos. It gets easier because your body gets used, like brushing your teeth. Some of us do not know that brushing your teeth is actually quite dangerous. Do you remember when I have kids and they are 2 and they start brushing their teeth, or 6 months or 7 months, and I let them do it, sometimes they're trying to choke themselves. So in the beginning for them it was scary. They don't know how to brush their teeth. But now almost every single adult brushes their teeth with ease. So when you start up the business, understand that it's going to get easier with time. Some things are going to get easier. Not everything, but some things are going to get easier. So as long as you put your blinders on, focus, look at the long term, not the short term. Stay consistent. It is going to get easier. So sometimes when people say, oh my gosh, you're so good at marketing, you make it look easy. And I'm like, in the beginning, I almost cry. I almost faint. I want to die. But now I'm like, I do not care. I can talk about my brand, my products, anywhere, anytime, bring it on. Because I have done it for the past 7 years. It has gotten easier. So don't beat yourself up if you just started and you want to be, don't beat yourself up if you just started and you want to be great. No. Give it time. It's going to get easier. Okay? So I'll give you guys some really great list out of the things that I wish I knew when I started my business. If you're a business owner and there's some things that I haven't mentioned, this is going to be like a 2 or 3 part series talking about things that I wish I knew when I started my business. Put in the comment section below if it made sense to you. Share it with somebody. Tag them. Somebody who you feel this might benefit, to be able to cut the excuses of not starting up their business, or things that they should be prepared for. Because when I started writing a book about this also, and I said to myself, I wish I could read it. Because sometimes when you read a lot of business books, there are some things they mention and there's some things they do not mention. But also, yes, we know experience is the best teacher, but I also believe that why do you go through the same challenges that somebody else has gone through and has told you to not go through? So if somebody says this to you, that on this road there's a huge traffic, always do try and avoid this road between 2 to 4 p.m. What it has done is they have helped you to skip that roadblock, which if you didn't know, you go through that and struggle to, and I feel like it does not make sense. Okay, so I hope this has been of value to you. If you like what you just heard, it made sense to you, follow, friend, hit the notification button so each time I go live or I post something, you're going to be able to get it. And if you have any questions for me, please put it in the section below. Like I said, every single Monday I'm going to try and bring you high value content every single week. Make this consistent so that we can have, we can be sharing value with each other. We can make this an amazing community, and we're going to build from there. Okay, so hold me accountable. If you have any questions, let me know. And it's me, Amalie Enemo, aka Choco Mom. Until next time, take care, guys. Have a fantastic week ahead, and whatever it is your goal, I do pray for you that you get started on it and it makes so much sense to you. Take care. Bye.